Yes, you can work and live in Canada with the entire members of your family. It is now easier, very, very easy. And not only that, you see, you are going to save millions of naira. I am going to show you this video. You need to watch this video. Whatever you are doing now, please suspend whatever you are doing now and watch this video that I'm going to show you now. This video will help you to save millions of naira. I mean millions of naira. If you want to work and relocate into Canada with the entire members of your family, you don't need to waste money. No. You don't need to spend millions of naira. This video you are going to watch right now will show you how you can work and live in Canada with the entire members of your family and saving millions of naira. I hope you are ready. You watch this video and thank me later.
Hello there, welcome to this training. I am super excited to share with you this amazing opportunity, and I believe at the end of this training your goal of relocating to Canada will be off to a great start. And even if you have tried relocating in the past and yet no avail, this might just be the opportunity and the breakthrough that you have been praying for. Now, in this training, we're going to cover 4 things. Firstly, we're going to learn my 5 substitute pathways to relocate to Canada through the work route rather than spending millions in tuition fees if you can't afford to. Secondly, I'll be showing you a website to find jobs and how to apply for these jobs in Canada. Thirdly, I'm going to show you why Canada wants you to relocate and work more than you need them. Fourthly, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work with me personally so I can guide you through the entire process, which is really exciting. As you can see, whether you decide you need my help or not, one thing I can assure you is you will get massive value from this training, and you will leave this training learning new things that you have never heard of before. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump right into my slides for the training to begin. See you inside. Hey, welcome back. Do you want to know how you can relocate with your family to Canada through the work route without having to become a student and spend millions of naira per year to fund your studies in Canada, when all you simply want is a job that will help you and your family relocate with the aim of becoming a permanent resident and a citizen as the end goal? If you answered yes to this question, then I'm glad to let you know it is very possible, and I'm going to be showing you exactly how it's done in this training using my 5 unique and substitute pathways that no one else is talking about. But before we move into the juicy stuff, I need to ask you some very important questions to see if this information I'm about to share with you will be even valuable to you, because I won't want to waste your time letting you watch this training to the end when I know fully well that you don't qualify. So here are the questions to see if this will work for you or not. Question number 1. Is your sole aim to relocate to Canada because you want to work and provide for your family in a better environment without having to bother yourself about school stuff, projects, exams, and the high mental and financial demands required to study in Canada? Question number 2. Are you finding it hard to pass your IELTS exams in flying colors, and this is also stopping you from relocating to Canada? Number 3, are you within the age of 18 and above as long as you're physically fit to work? Number 4, is your minimum educational qualification just SSCE, National Diploma, Advanced Diploma, Ordinary Diploma, NCE, or its equivalent and above? Number 5, are you unable to get the required points for the Federal Skilled Worker Program, which is under the Express Entry Program, because of the high CRS score required, yet you want to relocate to Canada? Is your goal to become a permanent resident and in the next 1,095 days become a citizen after staying in Canada without having to spend millions, hundreds and hundreds of millions to buy Canadian citizenship? Number 7, are you finding it hard to pay the huge tuition fees required to study in Canada, or you simply don't want to waste millions on schooling in Canada? Number 8, do you have no work experience, 0 work experience, or do you have just 1 year work experience in your field? Question number 9, is the huge proof of funds required for the Express Entry Program and the study route holding you back from taking the bold step that will help you fulfill your dreams of moving to Canada? If you ticked all yes to the qualification questions, then a very big congratulations to you. You qualify to relocate through my 5 unique substitute work route pathways that I will be sharing with you shortly. Now, who am I and why do I qualify to talk to you about relocating to Canada? My name is Anthony Chika, the founder of the Travel with Chika consulting brand, where I advise people on the best ways to relocate. I graduated from the Universal School of Aviation in Abuja, where I studied travel agency management and tourism. I came out as one of the best students, which also made me a certified travel expert. Now, after my studies, I moved to Lagos, where I became an intern for one of the biggest travel companies in Nigeria, and I eventually got a full-time job there. Now, with my experience working with a travel company so far, I have been able to help a lot of clients relocate to Canada and other countries successfully. Working with a travel company really exposed me to some practical stuff that I'm really thankful for. And also, you can visit my Facebook page where I have a few thousand followers who engage with me regularly. The page is Travel with Chika. You can check it out if you want. Now, moving forward, the three most popular ways to relocate to Canada are the study route, the express entry pool, and the family class sponsorship program. Now, these programs are good, don't get me wrong, but still, these three routes have big defects, and most people, especially Nigerians, actually find it hard to meet the required CRS points needed to qualify for these routes. And to be honest, these programs weren't made for Nigerians or with Africans in mind. I'll show you why. Firstly, let's look at the 4 reasons why people find it hard to relocate through the study route. Number 1, it requires you to have anywhere around 8,000 to 20,000 Canadian dollars per year for your tuition fee alone. Now, this is anywhere from 4 million to 10 million per year with the current exchange rate. And if you are going for an undergraduate program that takes like 4 years, you will be required to pay this tuition fee every single year till you complete your program. Now, the second reason is you would need a very high IELTS band score. And if you're in a country like Nigeria that has corrupt examiners, that makes things hard for you, so you can keep coming back and paying every time to write again, then trust me, you're on a roller coaster. The third reason is you also need huge proof of funds that is at least $13,000, like 7.5 million. And this proof of fund amount can rise to $31,000 or even more. It depends on your family size. Right? The next reason is you actually need the proof of fund that you are required to show to pay bills, because you need to pay for accommodation, cater for living costs, and some other expenses you encounter when you get to Canada. So it's not something that you can actually do without, to be honest, and it's not like you're working full-time. So with this, the total cost required for you to relocate to Canada through the study route is anywhere from 25 to 51,000 Canadian dollars, which is like 13 to 26 million. And this amount depends on the school and your family size, which means it could be more. If you can afford the required money for the study route I just mentioned, then you can go through the study route valid, because it's actually one of the easiest ways to relocate to Canada. The money involved is usually the major issue, especially knowing that Nigerians' minimum wage is like 30,000 naira. And if you multiply that by 12 months, that's just like 360,000 naira, which isn't even up to 1,000 Canadian dollars. So even if you are freaking rich and you can afford up to 13 to 25 million per year for all the expenses that is required through the study route, we can't actually rule out the fact that it will have a massive effect on your bank account. We know that. Now, the second popular way to relocate to Canada is through the Express Entry program. I'm sure you have heard of this before, and relocating through the Express Entry is almost impossible right now. Because as I speak with you, the Express Entry pool already has 2 million pending applications, because it was temporarily closed due to the COVID-19, and it will be opened soon, I think in July. But I doubt if they will accept new applications in the next few years, because definitely there's a whole backlog of like 2 million pending applications, which means you have 0 chances right now through the Express Entry program. So with everything happening with the Express Entry program and the requirements, it's nearly impossible to go through this route as we speak. Now, the third popular way to relocate to Canada is through the family class sponsorship program. I really love this route because it's super cool and super easy, like it's less complicated. But for this route to work for you, you have to have either your child or your parents living in Canada as a permanent resident or a citizen, not temporary resident, permanent resident or citizen. So all they do is sponsor you to relocate to Canada to join them. Now, this route is the most straightforward. But of course, you must have your child or your parents already living in Canada before you can go through this route. But I know this isn't the case for 97% of you watching this video right now. And we know that. So for most people, these 3 routes are ruled out because they don't qualify one way or the other, be it because of the high financial needs for the study route, the competition, the current restrictions of the Express Entry program, and lastly, they don't have a relation who is a citizen in Canada that will help them relocate to the family class sponsorship program. But what if there was a way to solve all these issues you currently face with these popular routes I just mentioned now? Well, that is what my 5 unique pathways helps you do without so much hassles. No need to bother about paying any tuition fee at all. No need having to battle with over 2 million pending applications using the Express Entry program. And lastly, you don't have to bother about having a family in Canada. Isn't this awesome? I'm not even saying my 5 unique routes are perfect because, of course, I'm not the IRCC who makes the law. But one thing I can tell you for sure is these 5 routes are close to perfection. Trust me. When you compare them to the other routes and the requirements needed to qualify, they are these ones, they are very close to perfection. Now, these 5 subsidy pathways are what informed Nigerians are now using to sneak into Canada legally while also getting a high-paying job, no matter your skills or the kind of job that you currently do in Nigeria. Even if you are a cleaner, a farmer, a truck driver, a banker, a managing director, a doctor, and the rest, this route will work for you. So you see, I was actually focused on showing people how to relocate to the study route, especially since it's the easiest way. But after the constant pressure from some of my followers back to back on Facebook, WhatsApp, my email list, all of them insisting that they can't afford the study route and they just want to work in Canada. Like, look at this person that said, I don't want to study, I want to go there and work. Please, what's the way forward? The other one said, I want to relocate and work in Canada, not to school. Is it possible? The other one is, I want a work visa. Everybody is just focused on going to hustle and make money for their family, not to study, especially for people that have already paid a lot of fees in Nigeria to be able to scale through school, the stress and everything like that. Going through all that is not something on their books anymore, which is why a lot of persons were actually disturbing me to do something on the work route and stuff like that. So I finally decided to look for the perfect route that will suit each and every one of them. So I actually went into deep research and then I consulted with some of the experts in this field in addition to the original knowledge I had that I've used to help other people relocate to Canada. Finally, I was able to come up with the best substitute pathways that will help you relocate to Canada, even if you just have SSC, even if you don't have work experience, and of course, without age limits. Now, these pathways are, so the first one is the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program. So the Rural Northern Immigration Pilot Program is a community-driven program and it's suitable for people who will agree to relocate to specific parts of Canada that are looking for more skilled workers to help them grow their economy. And this is actually where you come in. So you must actually choose from 9 provinces in Canada, that's the 9 participating communities in this particular program to relocate to. And the requirements are very simple. First, you have to check that you meet both the IRCC and the specific community requirements, which is the one you choose to. They have their own unique requirements. Next, you find an eligible job with an employer in one of the participating communities. Once you have a job offer, next is to submit your application for recommendation to the specific community you chose. Then, if the community recommends you, you apply for permanent residency immediately. So with this route, you become a permanent resident immediately. The next one is the Atlantic Immigration Program. This recently launched Atlantic Immigration Program was introduced in March this year and it's still very, very hot, like it's hot cake. It's a pathway to permanent residency for skilled foreign workers and international graduates from a Canadian institution who want to work and live in one of Canada's 4 Atlantic provinces. Now, the 4 Atlantic provinces in Canada are New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and Newfoundland and Labrador. So this program helps employers to hire qualified candidates for jobs that they haven't been able to fill locally, which is they have not been able to fill it in Canada. So they will need foreign workers to fill the available positions, right? So this is similar to the previous one we just mentioned, the RNIP program, and it also has a similar application process. The next ones are LMIA work route, the temporary foreign worker program, and caregiver program. So I don't want to go into much details to save time. And just so you know, I didn't create this route. It was actually created by the IRCC themselves. The thing is, most people just ignore it and go for the ones that people already know and the ones that are already working, right? Instead, because they don't know much about these new ones. and they don't have proper guidance. So that's why these particular 5 routes I just mentioned are not very saturated. So it's actually very advisable for you to take advantage of them. Seriously, this is the best way right now to relocate yourself and your family, especially if your goal is to work in Canada. So here are some of the requirements for these substitute routes that I just mentioned. Now, firstly, it has no age restriction. As long as you are 18 and above, you qualify. Next is, even if you don't have a university degree, as long as you have SSCE, you qualify. Also, you don't need a high IELTS score, and even if you failed woefully or you scored as low as 4 as your overall score, you still qualify. And some of the jobs don't even require IELTS, which is the best part. But I still suggest you write it to show that at least you have the IELTS results. So it helps you to, it gives you more leverage to get access to more jobs. So basically, all you need to do is write IELTS. And no matter how bad things are, you still should score 4 or more. Another good thing is you don't need work experience. So you can either work as a cleaner, a farmer, a truck driver, and the rest. I'm sure you find all this very, very exciting. I mean, it's not just me. And then it's extremely affordable to relocate to the work routes compared to the other ones. You get to work full-time and even overtime if you want, and you still get paid for that. Your entire family can relocate with you, and your spouse will also get an open work permit to work in any job of their choice full-time. So as you can see, this pathway is more accommodating to people both with or without experience, any age, and even low educational qualifications. And you are sure to get your permanent residency either immediately or 1 year later, because now you have the required 1 year work experience full-time in Canada, which qualifies you to apply for permanent residency. At the end of the day, whether you get your permanent residency immediately or 1 year later, it doesn't really matter, as long as you are able to first of all relocate with your family legally to Canada with a valid job offer, then that's all that matters. Now let me make you understand something. In as much as you want to relocate to Canada, Canada themselves wants you to come as well. So basically, both parties want each other. Now, due to the COVID-19 situation, Canada's economy has not been stable, has not been the same, right? They are yet to recover fully from it. Let me prove this to you so it doesn't feel like I'm making empty claims, right? Here are some of the articles from top blogs in both Canada and Nigeria saying that over 1 million job vacancies are available in Canada. So you see that I did not make this up. Now, let's take a look at the CIC News post. It says that Canada reports over 1 million job vacancy. 1 million. I'm sure you know what 1 million is like. It's a whole lot. It says Canada employers were actively seeking to fill more than 1 million vacant positions at the beginning of March 2022, according to Statistics Canada latest report on job vacancies, payroll, and earnings. The number of job vacancies in Canada reached a record high of 1,012,900 in March, more than the previous record of 988,000 in September 2021. So there was an increase in vacancies by over 100,000, like from September last year to March this year. So presently, there are jobs available in Canada, looking for people to come and fill them. So a lot of persons are just sleeping on these updates like that I'm sharing with you right now. Let's take a look at the other one. Canada moves to fill 1 million job vacancies. Nigerians in hot demand. Like, what are you actually doing? Like, they are looking for people, Nigerians, to come and fill these jobs, and over 1 million of them. Now, let's take a look at this one. It says Canada is currently seeking to fill about 1 million job openings in its bid to shore up its growing labor shortage. So there is a shortage in labor, which means that this particular update I'm sharing with you is valid. It's hot cake. It's for something you need to jump on. The country is facing a declining birth rate and seeking immigrants across the globe to fill up job positions. That's not all. Let's take a look at this one. This one is the best part. Like, out of the 35,000 persons that received permanent residency in Canada last year, Nigerians were up to 15,000, which is close to 50%. Very, very crazy stuff, right? Which means that Canada is opening their arms wide to accept Nigerians. Let's take a look at this article right here. Nigerians accounted for more than 15,000 immigrants who gained permanent residency in Canada in 2021. And the friendly North American country expects more Nigerians to come in 2022 and take up jobs in a growing post-pandemic economy. More than ever, immigration is more important for Canada as its economy recovers from disruptions caused by COVID-19 that destroyed economies around the world in 2020 and 2021. So you see that these jobs are waiting for people to fill them up. It's just left for you to take the necessary actions, follow the necessary steps. As you can see, over 1 million job vacancies, which simply means it is easier than ever to relocate to Canada now because there's a need to fill, which simply means it's a win-win for everyone. But be aware that as much as there's a decline in economy, there's 1 million job vacancies, Canada is still not desperate. So it doesn't mean that they will just let anyone walk in just like that. You still need to follow the required procedures to qualify for immigration. Let me quickly show you how to find and apply for jobs in Canada. Okay guys, so we're just going to quickly see how you can search for jobs that are available in Canada. So firstly, you just type in the name of the job that you're looking for, and also it's important to confirm that the same job title that you use here in Nigeria is also what is called there in Canada. Here you can decide to put any province of your choice, but for the sake of this video, we're just going to use all of Canada. So it's going to show us jobs available everywhere in Canada for truck drivers. Then click on advanced. Yeah, so this is it. So here it's just going to show you some filters that you can use to narrow down your search. As you can see here, I've already clicked on verified jobs. So it's only going to show me jobs that are verified. And then also for Canadians and international candidates. So if you are a foreign worker, you can also apply for it. So let's just go and view all the available results that are here. Here we go. Also, another thing you can do is decide to filter by date posted. So you can see only jobs that are available that are posted recently, and you can quickly apply for them. So you can see this one was posted June 24th, this one was posted June 23rd, June 23rd, like that. So you just click on it. Let's just check this one out and see what they have to offer. So here, this is the salary, it's verified. You can start as soon as possible, different type of shifts, permanent employment and full-time. Look at the experience. The languages spoken is English. Experience is your educational level can be secondary school graduate certificate. So your WAEC or your NECO is good to go for this. Experience is an asset, but it's not actually required. So you can see, and every other requirements that are stated there. All the information of the job is here as well. Employment groups. You see newcomers to Canada. So it means you as an applicant that is not in Canada can also apply. Here, it also gives room for people with or without a valid Canadian work permit, just like you. So here is how to apply. You apply by email. So you just send your application by email to this email address that is here. So that's just basically it. This is just one of the websites I'm going to be showing you. One of the methods actually, and then there are also others. So here is a short story of Mrs. Jegs, who used one of these unique pathways to relocate to Canada. I won't put her pictures or call her name, so we'll keep her anonymous based on her request. Now, Mrs. Jegs, like most Nigerians, didn't have any plan of relocating out of Nigeria. All she desired was to travel around the world, but still base fully in Nigeria. But that changed because of how invaluable our Nigerian passport has become, and of course, the obvious electricity issues, bad healthcare system, bad roads, insecurity, and you can keep going when it comes to terrible things happening in Nigeria. When the almighty EndSARS, which ended some people's lives, came, this just further fueled her desire on why she decided she would no longer want to stay in Nigeria, because she didn't want to raise her unborn kids in a country like Nigeria that has zero value for human lives. She considered the study routes, which we already know is the easiest way, but as a software developer she already was, she didn't really want to go to school again when she already had a BSc. She just wanted to work, and knowing how expensive the study route is, she ruled out that option completely. So she decided to use one of the unique routes I shared earlier, which I go more in depth in my special program. More on this later. She persistently applied for jobs, and finally she got her dream job offer a day before her court wedding in November 2020. She was excited and started the process to relocate to Canada. Now, there were delays along the way because Canada had some restrictions because of the COVID situation. But a few months after getting the job, Mrs. Jegs landed in Canada with her husband towards the middle of 2021. Both of them now work full-time, and as I speak to you, they'll be getting their permanent residency very soon. Now, that is a very interesting story, and you can be like Mrs. Jegs and her husband only if you are willing to make a decision of relocating to Canada today without giving up. And yes, I said without giving up because there might be bumps along the way, but as long as you are serious about relocating, you will eventually get there. And of course, thanks to my practical experience of previously helping clients relocate to Canada, I am now willing to help and show you the entire process I have been using to help my clients get a high-paying job, move to Canada, where you can comfortably raise your children and start a family without the hassles of the popular relocation routes. And this gives me great joy to introduce to you the ultimate Naija to Canada relocation system, the step-by-step detailed guide showing you how to apply for a job, secure a job, relocate to Canada, become a permanent resident, and eventually become a Canadian citizen if that is what you desire. This guide will walk you carefully on how to get things done the right way, because if you get it wrong, you might end up getting a travel ban, which will affect you when you try to apply to another country. Now, here is what you get in the ultimate Naija to Canada relocation system. Step-by-step actionable videos on how to scale through all the various application processes. Top 5 best websites to see legitimate job offers you can apply for, and I will show you how to apply step-by-step for your dream job. How to know the NOC category you fall under, and how to know your specific job NOC code so you use it during application. How to write a Canadian CV or resume. This is where 98% of people get it wrong, and it will only lead to no response from employers. How to prepare for job interviews to increase your chances of getting your dream job. Important steps you must take immediately you get a job offer. This is the point that you must act very fast. 6 reasons why 90% of people who apply for jobs never get a response. They don't even get a rejection because they keep doing one of these 6 things I'm going to reveal to you. Never you make any of these mistakes. If not, you apply for 5,000 jobs and you get 0 response. You won't even get a rejection. How to apply for your transcript for verification the right way to avoid any delay, and I will show you how to evaluate your credentials. Step-by-step video showing you how to apply for a work permit the right way. You can't make any mistake here, because if you do, you'll get a guaranteed rejection, or worse, no response, and to screw any chances you have on relocating to Canada. How to increase your CRS point if you're having issues meeting up with it. How to apply for your visa and pass your interview without issues. You need to be very careful here because visas are given based on discretions. So use the tips I will show you so you don't mess things up. How to increase your chances of getting a job, relocating to Canada, and becoming a permanent resident, and of course, eventually becoming a citizen and enjoy every benefit even if you don't have a degree and no work experience. But at least you must have your SSC. I also covered the 5 alternative pathways in detail, and I also covered the Federal Skilled Worker Program in case you meet up with that requirement and you prefer to go that route. As you can see, this is a detailed guide and not just a boring ebook. There are step-by-step video tutorials showing you click by click what to do, and even a 5-year-old or a 70-year-old man will understand everything. The information in this guide is worth over 500,000 Naira, because this is the same thing travel agents charge anywhere from 1 million to 2.5 million for. And I know this firsthand because I've worked with a travel company. And this is not all you get from me today. I want to also give you some special bonuses that will help you relocate and settle successfully in Canada. Bonus number 1, how to search for jobs that will sponsor your entire relocation plan. These jobs are willing to pay for your visa, application fees, and flight fees. Some are even willing to give you free accommodation. And this bonus is worth 100,000 Naira. Bonus number 2, how to access settlement plan available to newcomers. I will show you what you need to do in order to access settlements that will help you settle properly in Canada once you arrive, so you don't feel lost. This bonus alone is easily worth 100,000 Naira. Bonus number 3, 5 recommended side businesses that can fetch you anywhere from 200k to 500k per month in the shortest time possible. I added this here because I really want to help you relocate to Canada and I don't want money to be an issue for you. So with this, you can make an extra 200k to 500k per month, which will be more than enough to help you scale through the entire relocation process. This bonus is worth 50,000 naira. 5 do's and don'ts when applying for your visa to increase your chances greatly. This step has been gotten after helping a lot of clients successfully scale through this process in the past, and this bonus is worth 50,000 naira. Bonus number 5, access to my personal WhatsApp line. Now you are going to have access to my personal line so you can ask me any questions that you have along the way, even when you get stuck. This bonus alone is worth 100,000 naira. Bonus number 6, important things to take with you to Canada. Now, there are some key things you must have while relocating in order not to encounter issues. I cover exactly what you must bring with you, what you shouldn't bring, and how much you should carry along with you. If you carry more than the required money needed or less, you might be sent back to your country. This bonus alone is worth 20,000 naira. Bonus number 7, how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile. Now, before you get hired, some employers will decide to check out your LinkedIn profile to know more about you. So you need to have a professional LinkedIn profile. I'm going to show you how it's done. Also, there are so many recruiters on LinkedIn, and if they are checking out to recruit more employers, your LinkedIn profile is something that must attract them. So this bonus is something that you shouldn't miss. The bonus alone is worth 20,000 naira. Bonus number 8, the best provinces to settle in Canada. Now, there are different provinces with their different advantages and disadvantages. Here, I will tell you what you should know about some provinces, so you apply for jobs on the provinces that will best suit you, because this is really important. This bonus is worth 35,000 naira. Bonus number 9, sample cover letter and CV template. You will get the Canadian style template to easily swipe to create your own CV and cover letter. This is very important because if you don't use the Canadian style template, you won't be considered. The bonus alone is worth 30,000 naira. As you can see, I added more bonuses that will further help you on your relocation path to Canada, including the main program itself. Let's quickly summarize everything you are getting today. 1. The ultimate Naija to Canada relocation system, worth 500,000. Bonus number 1, getting jobs that will sponsor your entire trip, worth 100,000 naira. Bonus number 2, 5 side hustles that can fetch you 200k to 500k per month, worth 50,000 naira. Bonus number 3, access to relocation plans available in Canada, worth 100,000 naira. Bonus number 4, do's and don'ts when applying for a visa, worth 50,000 naira. Bonus number 5, access to my personal WhatsApp line, worth 120,000. Bonus number 6, important things to take with you to Canada, worth 20,000 naira. Bonus number 7, how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile, worth 20,000 naira. Bonus number 8, best provinces to settle in Canada, worth 35,000 naira. Bonus number 9, sample cover letter and CV template, worth 30,000 naira. When you add everything you are getting today, it sums up to 1,020,000 naira. But of course, I won't charge you 1,020,000 naira or anything close to that, because my goal is to get this to as many hands as possible in order to get you results and save you cost along the way. The official amount I plan to sell this guide is 100,000 naira, which is way less than 10% of the initial value of 1,020,000. But for today, you and you alone can save an extra 75% and get this guide for just 25,000 naira. Yes, you heard it right, just 25,000 naira only. All you need to do is click the button below this video and you can pay through Paystack, where you will get access to the course immediately, instantly. Or you can pay through the bank account provided below. The reason why I priced it at just 25,000 naira only is because I'm just launching this program for the very first time. And of course, the first people to get access to a newly launched program will usually get a launch discount, which is what you are getting today. This price will go back to 100,000 naira shortly after the first set gets access to this program. And I reserve every right to increase this price without announcing it or asking anyone for permission. Here's why you should get in now at this price. 1. you can save yourself 75,000 naira, which in return means you can use that money for your police reports and medicals, which you need to relocate to Canada. And if you haven't done your passport already, you can use that 75k to do it, and even have change left to do your police report. 2, you can decide to wait till it gets to 100,000 naira, and it will still be worth it, by the way. Similar to that guy on the picture who didn't pay for a course that was launched at 10,000 naira, but later paid 60,000 naira for it. So depending on when you are watching this video right now, if the price is still at 25,000, I suggest you grab it, because it will go up sooner than you think. It cost me a lot of money to advertise this opportunity in order to get this information into your hands, because you most likely got here through an advert you clicked, which I also paid for. In fact, I also paid someone to run the adverts you clicked, because I'm not an advertisement expert. And lastly, I paid someone to design the website you are watching this video from currently. Of course, let's not talk about the hours and hours I spent creating these videos, which are also priceless. So you can see I have invested over 300k for my money to get you to this page right now. And I have also invested tons of hours creating and editing the videos you are getting today. So if you do the math, I'm even cheating myself by letting you get access to this guide for 25,000 naira. But like I said, this launch price is only valid for a couple of days. And if you see 25,000 naira as too big, knowing fully well that if you go to a travel agent, they will charge you nothing less than 500k, then maybe traveling to Canada isn't for you anyway, because the process will require you far more than 25,000. So right now, you have 3 choices. 1, get this guide now and start applying for jobs as soon as today, with the hopes of relocating to Canada with your family in a couple of months from now. 2, you can say this is a scam, because that is what people with small minds do these days. Everything and anything is a scam to them, and that is how they miss life-changing opportunities. And when they see people relocating to Canada, they will be shouting, God when, God when, forgetting that they had the same opportunity provided to them on a platter of gold, but they chose to call it a scam. Option 3, you can decide to join the do nothing gang. In this gang, they never do anything. They are always interested in clicking every ad and saying they are interested. But when it's time to take action, they back out, thinking that by doing nothing, they will just land in Canada. Or you can go figure everything out by yourself, but make sure you don't come back to me when you get the travel ban, because there's nothing I can do about that. Now, is there a guarantee? Of course, there is. If you go through this course and follow the steps carefully, yet you still don't get desired outcome, all you have to do is send me a message, and I will personally work with you hand in hand to make sure you see results. And I will not rest, I will not give up on you till you get the desired outcome that you seek. But Chika, is it as easy as you make it seem? Well, to be honest with you, nothing and absolutely nothing in this life is easy. You might encounter challenges along the way, which is normal in life. But one thing for sure is hard, and that is staying in Nigeria, which I believe is the most difficult thing on earth to do. And if you are already successful in doing that, then I don't see anything more difficult than it. Anyone who puts in their mind to relocate to Canada or any country will be successful as long as they stay persistent and as long as they never give up. The good thing is, I really believe that you, as you are watching this, you will soon share your own story as well. But let's just get a quick recap of everything that you are going to get today. Like we said, the ultimate Nigeria to Canada relocation system worth 500,000 naira. Bonus number 1, getting jobs that will sponsor your entire trip. Bonus number 2, 5 side hustles that can fetch you 200k to 500k per month. Bonus number 3, access to settlement plans available in Canada. Bonus number 4, do's and don'ts when applying for a visa. Bonus number 5, access to my personal WhatsApp line. Bonus number 6, important things to take with you to Canada. Bonus number 7, how to create an outstanding LinkedIn profile. Bonus number 8, best provinces to settle in Canada. Bonus number 9, sample cover letter and CV template. Everything together sums up to 1,020,000 naira. But for today, you only pay 25,000 instead of 100,000, and this is simply because of the launch, which will be ending in the next few days, and the price will shoot back to 100k. Trust me, it will. So you have 2 options. It's either you get the guide now, or you procrastinate till the price goes up to 100k. trust me, that 75k will go a very long way in your relocation process. So I suggest you get the guide for the cheap now and invest that 75k in other things like getting a passport, doing your police reports if you haven't done all that already. In case you have any questions, I answered some of them beneath this video. So just scroll down and you'll see the frequently asked questions and all the answers to. What I mean by frequently asked questions is potential questions that you might have after watching this video, and the answers are there too. So all you need to do is scroll down and check it out. So I really look forward to helping you fulfill your dreams of relocating to Canada, and I really appreciate you for listening to me, and I hope you got some value from this. Also, if you haven't already started making your payments, make sure to click the button below. It will redirect you to Paystack where you can make a transfer or pay with your bank card. Also, there are bank details below. If you don't want to use Paystack, you can use the bank details below. Make sure to log the launch price. I don't want you to miss out. Also, I can't wait to help you and see the smile on your face when you eventually land to Canada. Your win is my win. Bye.